one. Of course, cut myself already. I'm not even, yeah, I'm 5 minutes into this. Already cut myself. This is great. Some would say grand. Super even. Welcome back to the channel. Yes, the 68 Karmann Ghia, my nemesis, is back in the shop. It did stop running. No, the engine's not hurt. Fouled out the points. If you've been watching this car, I left points in it because I had one of those rev limiting distributor buttons in it. Well, the points took a poop. So it's back to get running again. But also, we're gonna put the dual carb setup and everything on this thing. So we're gonna modernize it so there will be no problems. It'll have the power again, so on and so forth. I did clean the points and I think it'll fire up. Maybe. But it was running bad. I don't even think it'll fire up, to be honest with you. I'm gonna check the starting circuit, obviously, make sure that there's not like residual power. Yeah, no spark. I'll get it up on the, let me get this thing some altitude. I'll clean the points and fire it up just to show you that's what's going on with this car before we tear it all apart. Because, oh yeah, that orange Beetle that I did. When I made the comment about the distributor that I pulled off the shelf that I knew was good, yeah, it was supposed to go to this car. That's why I had lengthened leads. So, yeah, that's fine. We got to pull it out of the orange car. It's still in here. And then shove it into this one. I don't know, I'm rambling. Let me get this thing racked up and you'll join me under here. There it is. I just got some 400 sandpaper. Nothing fancy. Like I said, I'm just gonna pop this, clean the points, and I put money on it that this thing will just fire up. For some reason, it is just, they're just loading up. Like I said, I don't know if the coil or the condenser is holding residual and keeping them arc closed, because they are opening and closing fine. So, yeah, there was a bunch of schmutz on it. Also, it could just be bad points. I don't know, it's going electronic, but quick clean, let me turn this key and it should just fire up, hopefully. Yep, something as simple as that is what usually stops cars, hence why I put electronics in them. Like I said, car runs, it drives, it sounds healthy. Let me start whacking some of this stuff off and yeah, start turning on these dual carbs. Should go hopefully fairly simple. Has to come up a little bit more. I'm bending a little more than I want to, but going up, off. Full disclosure, like I was just saying, try to do with everything. Me doing dual carbs on this car is going to go, I'm going to say this now and probably jinx myself, a lot faster than if you were to do it on your Ghia or Beetle for that matter. It's the same concept. I do have a video on doing it on a Beetle. But this will go a lot faster, mainly because I knew this car was going to go dual carbs in the future. So when I built this engine out, I built it with a single carb, and I do not have the heater crossovers. they're just non-existent. So I don't have to pull my generator or alternator or anything like that. This should just boop straight out. So it's going to be fairly quick to do. I say this now, but I'm going to stand confident in it just due to the fact that I built this, and one of my biggest things is, you know, build it for the next guy to work on. Don't, in other words, don't screw them over. So in all reality, this thing should hopefully just come apart. I say this now, I might be regretting everything. Not to mention, I think I have all the, I should have all the lines I need already made. So it's basically a direct swap kit, hopefully, is what I'm going to be doing. So that's, I guess, full disclosure where I'm at. This can come off. But yeah, I'm going to start just discoing everything that I know I'm not going to need. So choke circuit, obviously, that goes away. The points are going away. Point wire, get this out of the way. Like I said, this whole distributor is going away. I'm going to take it out of that orange car because that is the distributor that I made for this car. Where am I at? So undo the booties. I'm going to do this NASCAR style, super fast pit stop. Or at least that is the plan currently. It's probably going to fail miserably. But like I said, I hopefully engineered this to where it's just going to come apart and cooperate. Because I tried to, I tried to think of, you know, what would be the easiest on me to swap this over. All right, those are loose. Get these manifolds off or loose. 13. One thing I do like about Karmann Ghias versus Beetles is the full range of motion you get out of working on these things. Again, why flange nuts are awesome. All right, those boots are off. I think I have that. Got the crossover. Just fish in here. Come on. There we go. Get the crossover off. Come here, boop. Crossover off. All right, now the manifold should just pop out. Come on. There you go, one manifold. And then the other one. Come on. Other manifold. Pop them out. Now the gaskets in here, just going to double check them. They look fine. They're brand new. We're going to reuse those gaskets. I'm not going to put new ones on the bottom. Carburetor. How much fuel are you going to go? Let's see. We'll take it off of this. Boop. Not too bad of a spurt. Might have to take off the top lines too as well. Mine, I'm here. All right, come on. Oh, you're the one that wants to be tight. Come on. There we go. Move that fuel line out the way. Cut zip ties. Get the spark plugs out of here. Or wires. Come on. Oh, make sure to disconnect the throttle cable. I'm a dummy. Oh, that's a flathead. Okie dokie. Oh, I changed this, that's right. Oh, is this the throttle cable that doesn't like to move in and out of this hole? I think so. All right, throttle cable out. That line out of the way. Air filter, yeah, you can just go somewhere. Be hooked on. There we go. Get the lost the boot. Well, that's fantastic. They slide back on. It's not a problem. You go there. All right, now you should just wiggle jiggle out of here. There it is. And out. All right, carb out. Let's put you on the floor, because I know you're a good carburetor. All right, where'd that boot go? I'll put that back on. All right. Put the fuel line back on. All right, fuel line back on. Get these intake manifolds. Yes, this is going to go a lot faster for me than it probably, and I already said this, than it probably will for you. And the reason is I knew that this engine was going to be dual carbed. Also, the reason I have everything preset to hopefully just slot onto this thing is because this engine, well, the engine that was in here that, well, blew up, lack of better terms, was dual carbed. So everything, the only difference was it was single port and we're dual port now because it's a brand new engine. Where did you go? Ugh. Well, the underside still looks great. Good. Just, just wanted to check that out. Certainly not because I dropped a nut. But yeah, so everything was already pre-made, kind of kit-wise. Let me get a little spray. Hopefully wet this gasket enough to not break it, because I'm pretty sure I don't have another one. All right, got the gaskets off, undamaged. Let's get these manifolds on. And I pre-fit them good. When I had this engine apart or was building it for this application or for the single carb, I made sure that these manifolds, you know, fit the shrouds and stuff like that. So clearance shouldn't be an issue. What is an issue is I can't use these nuts. So let me get the correct ones. Correct nuts. Because if you try to wedge a 13, I mean, you can get a 13 on, but what happens is the flanks hit the side of the intake manifold. So the intakes are on. Like I said, the gaskets we're just reusing. There's not going to be an issue with them. There's, you know, 500 / less mileage on them. They came off easy, so. And they're already the gasket material. They're not the metal gaskets. If it was a metal gasket, you can't reuse them. Bad things do happen. So let me get these guys tight and I'll get back to you because I think next is just setting on the carburetors. Or that's the next thing I'm going to be doing is just, you know, boop, boop, plop on the carbs. All right, intakes, they're on, they're bolted down. Let's grab these carbs. Let's slam them on. And let's slam them on. What? That one went on. All right, what's your problem? There we go. All right, plop those guys on. Washers and nuts. I'm gonna lock these down. Running away. All right, those are on. Get my fancy wrench just for the dual carbs. I'll tighten these things down. I did it 1/8 of a time. All right, that's on. Nice and tight. Let's get fuel. Move it. Fuel line, like I said, already built out for this thing. One thing I did realize is I got to change. No, I don't have to change anything. Might have to change something because I think the old engine didn't have a doghouse. So I don't know if this run is going to be, you know, sufficient. So sneak you down there. Unplug you. Get you out of the way. Are you going to be fine? You should be. Famous last words. You have to go under that harness. I got a mess. Under that harness, get off of it. Slippy slide back there. Hose clamp. Words are flowing out of my mouth hole. All right. Cut this same length and I'll just shorten it on the I'll just shorten it. That's weird. Tight. This line, air filter, come on. Just go away. There and there. Fuel line. Man, yeah, you can go a lot shorter. Where's my other shears? Everything's good. I'm gonna go steal the distributor real quick. Get this one out of the way. Why is that so tight? Anywho, we don't need this one. And I'll get the other one. Man, that clamp was tight. Oh yeah, I need this. All right, Rob distributor from the orange car. Drop this guy in. Come on. Are you in? There you are. Yep. All right. So Dizzy's in. Man, why is this nut so tight? Oh, now it's broken. Fantastic. Every 2-minute job, guys. Get out of there. See if I got another strap. I should. I got one in here. I do. Would you look at that? It's like I'm prepared. That twisted just right clean off. Weird. Tell you that's a stainless nut. I'm wondering if it just stainlessized it on. I'll fix that. But we got a nice new one. By new, I mean, you know, I don't know where it came from. So we'll install this. Let's go full loose. I'll tighten your lever. There we go. I don't know. Distributor's down. That's good. Can I sneak in here? All right, that's tight. That's tight. That's still loose. Good. Let's get a lintel tension on this. Lintel tension. That's good enough. All right, points. Boop. Or, sorry, electronic, not the points. And these to the coil. Out of the way. Come on. There we go. There, we'll end up zip tying that. Negative, positive. 12-volt source. All right, excuse me. All right, coil's good. Just tuck all this up in here. There we go. Come back with a zip tie in a bit. So, all right, we got all that. Let me throw in the plugs, wires, and cap. Get this out of the way. Yeah, let me just shove, let go. I am going to eventually flip this toolbox. Because the first thing You can't see what I'm talking about. The first thing you do is open up all your drawers and don't think of the consequences. Anyway, let me plug this guy in, run all the spaghetti lines to where they need to go, and then we'll throw on the linkage. So I will be back to you. Dang it, go on. I'll be back to you once I get these, you know, things on. And it's pretty much throw linkage on and fire this up, I hope. But I'll be back. All right, anywho, plug wires are on. Number 3 was a pain in the butt to get on. Let me grab the linkage. And we'll slap this in. Boop. And, oh. What? Oh, I took the carburetors off without, 17, I think. I confused myself. I loosened the carbs. First, so I was like, why isn't this fitting? Because I did it dumb. There we go. I'm not loosening the other side. You're just going to cooperate. There we go. All right, carb linkage. I put it on backwards. Yeah, that is a thing. No, that spring, you stay. Stay in your home. And rotate. Reinstall, said carb linkage. Boop. All right, who's here? Oh. I'll be back. All right, linkage is on, everything's good. I'm gonna just throw this linkage on the 2 bolts. Yeah, the car came down some. Because we're going to have to sync them, but I at least want control over, you know, one carburetor. So I did prime them. Let's see. What do I need? Need my screwdriver. I'm mad because my light went out. And where's my Sync-O-Matic? Hello, Sync-O-Matic. There they are. All right, let's twist this thing off. Like I said, prime the carb, so let's twist it off and see if she'll run. They did work on the other engine, so I'm hoping they're close. Almost immediate. +1. They're spot on. Okay. All right. What's leaking? Why is there so much fuel leaking? What did I not tighten? That's not good. Flashlight. At least it's pumping. Oh, that would have been bad. Forgot to tighten that clamp. I was thinking this smelled excessively rich. Whoops. All right, now that we're hopefully not going to burn this car down. Yeah. Excessively a lot of fuel. Perfect. So we'll let that vapor out a bit. But yeah, let me loosen these. What are we eating? 10? Loosen this side so I can get you know, the correct throttle. Because right now this side's breathing a little heavier, and it's not the sink. It's the arm. Loose and good. All right, throttle's back. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. I'm an idiot. Perfect. Seven and a half. 709. 709. She's good. Perfect. Where does stick go? Other than the massive fuel leak, which is still, you know, pretty noticeable, I tweaked the carbs a little bit. The sink was still on point, so no worries there. Which just tells me the other engine was breathing good as well. We'll just put these on for now. I still gotta set timing or double check timing. Right now, it's just still. It's still static and nothing more than that. I just set it to 7.5 with the light kicking on. But carbs are dialed, or at least dialed in right now. Let's do a warm fire, make sure she just key bumps. Perfect. So, yeah. Got to do a little bit of odds and ends on this thing, you know, just clean up the wiring, so on and so forth, you know, clean up messes. Clean up a few things, but yeah, I think that'll wrap this episode up for now. So let me button this thing up 100%, and then I'll get back to you probably with a recap. I know it's a shorter video than normal. The normal one I was going to put out, the audio was just terrible, and it was wiring. Yeah. So, I'll be back with a recap. All right, guys, gonna cap this video. Car's buttoned up. I still gotta tighten those. Crap. Anywho, car's buttoned up, except for the linkage. I forgot to actually tighten them to the rods. Good. But we're not done with this vehicle yet. I gotta do a transmission service, flush it. It's having some issues shifting. Or it's, I guess, progressively getting a little worse shifting, so check the clutch adjustment, and we're going to flush the trans. Didn't do that, but we're going to do that now. Also, I'm replacing the shifter itself and the shifter coupler in the back. So, I've said this before, this car used to be an auto manual swap. I didn't do the swap, so stuff's a little bit, you know, different, for lack of better terms. But with that said, car runs It hopefully should drive. Obviously, we'll find out. Stuff is just hitting the roof like crazy. But anywho, if you like this episode or whatever I decided to make it sound like, probably boring, not going to lie, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. If you do, promise you, we will chit chat. As always, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.